Welcome back to SnowRunner, and today we are taking a look at YeahBuddy's Ford F250 slash F450. More on what I mean by that later. Now, don't view this video so much as a vehicle highlight and rather as a vehicle introduction. Now, the reason why I say an introduction rather than a highlight is because this truck has so many customization options that you essentially could make over 10 different trucks out of this particular truck mod. And when I say 10 different trucks, I mean essentially 10 or more different, 10 is probably underselling it, but like 10 or more completely unique combinations of what this truck could actually be, which is mind-blowing to me. But it's time to start it up and let you guys hear what it sounds like. Certainly has a little bit of a lope to it, and if you actually listen really closely, you can hear a tiny little bit of turbo whistle behind the lope. It's really wild. So let's go ahead and get it over to the garage. We're gonna do a build on this particular one. I'm gonna walk you guys through some of the options, but like I said before, there are so many different ways you can build this truck that I guarantee you this is not the only time you will see this truck on the channel. So let's head over to the garage. Easy does it. And now, just in case you guys are curious, we are currently on the Desert Proving Grounds Stage 1 map. Now, in terms of customization, oh boy, do you have a lot. Now, engine-wise, right now we have a stock engine with a B power-to-weight rating. Then you have the upgraded mid-power. Then you have the big boy turbo power stroke. Now, I gotta tell you right now, I've driven it with the big boy turbo power stroke, and it is actually insane. It is nuts, and it is like you can launch this thing just about to the moon. This thing is wild with that engine. For now, we're going to go with the upgraded mid-power, and then we're going to go to the gearbox. Now, you have stock, highway, and off-road. These are all continually evolving work-in-progress transmission tunes, and right now, we're going to go with the highway, but off-road and stock are both viable options as well. Now, suspension-wise, here's where it gets really interesting. So you have stock, then you have mid-lift with no damage, you have chase lift, then you have active dually lift, no damage, and then you have the slammed air suspension. Now, the slammed air suspension is a really interesting work in progress, and I'll show you guys why. Check this out. Let me leave the garage real quick. So, see how it's like completely, well, slammed right now? If I hit change suspension mode, there you go. Then it's right back up to your sort of normal driving height. So if I wanted to, let's say, I wanted to drive somewhere, you know, pull up to like a parking lot or a buddy's house and be like, hey bro, I'm just gonna like go complete show truck mode in your driveway. Just, you know, play the sound of an airbag system airing out in your head, and boom, there you have that. Now, that's not what we're going to be running at the moment, but it's really cool to see that that's an option, and the fact that YeahBuddy is messing around with things like that is so incredibly cool. Now, I'm back and forth right now between the chase kit and the mid-lift no damage. I think I might run the mid-lift no damage for now, and you guys are going to get a chance to see the absolutely insane, absurd wheel and tire list. Now, every single tire has its own selection, obviously, of different custom wheels that you can use, but the actual selection of tires is miles long. Now, you have everything here that starts and runs through the 35s, and then you get down to the 35 dualies, which you guys may recognize some of these dually tire combinations, and then you have a couple more 35s, and then it restarts once you get down through the rest of the 35s, all the way down here, and then you start over again at 39s, and I believe this truck maxes out at 41s. So really, whether you want to build a dually, a chase truck, a trail truck, an overlander, any of those options, this truck has you covered. You can build a haul-in rig. You could build absolutely freaking anything, basically. Now, if I was to put a set of the 41s underneath this truck, let's see how they would sit. Now, these are some Mickey Thompson Baja MTZs, for example. Let's see how those sit on this particular lift. They're very, like, they're very, very wide, like, extremely wide under the truck, and I like them, but I don't know if they're exactly what I'm trying to go for. I do like the, oh man, those are, you want to talk about wide, geez, those are insanely wide. Now, granted, those are a little bit more show truck style, but, oh man, I love these, though. Yeah, the 41-inch BFG MTs, look at those. Those look sick on this thing. Absolutely wild looking. Now, I do want to go through just a couple more wheel and tire combinations real quick just to show them to you guys, but also, have a look at this dually setup. So freaking sick. Now, let's see. Ooh, these I'm not really used to seeing. These 41s, these look like a little bit more of a, almost like a military tire type deal. Now, let's see. We don't have any other wheel options for these, but look at how incredibly, let me change the time. Look at how incredibly tough that looks with that setup right there. That is so incredibly good looking. And hey, the suspension also goes up as well. Let's see how this thing flexes out with this particular suspension setup. Now, this is the mid-lift, no damage, and I'm sure it's going to have some flex to it. It's probably not going to be like insane crawler flex, but hey, that's still really good. That's still really, really good. Now, let's back it back down, and let's actually swap over to the chase lift. Now, the chase suspension should be a little bit more flexible. Let's see how you do with that. Whoa, dude, look at that. Oh, yeah, the chase one is where you want to be on the trails. Like, that chase kit, super sick. I love the way that flexes out. All right, so let's go ahead and head back into the... Oh, by the way, did I mention that the tailgate goes completely down? I freaking love that. All right, so back into the garage we go, and I'm actually going to swap the wheels and tires out one more time. There's one combination that I really want to use, and I think the one that's really going to work well here is the 41-inch KR3 with a nice set of Walker Evans racing wheels. Now, on YeahBuddy's builds, I really love the fact that he's got a nice variety of wheels, both in terms of show wheels, trail wheels, race wheels, and these Walker Evans wheels are just, oh, dude, they're so, so sick looking. Now, here's where we get back into a couple of the other elements of this truck. So, hitch-wise, we're going to go ahead and throw that on the back bumper. Rack-wise, you have a couple of different things here. You have kind of an overland-style rack, and then you have a chase rack. Now, if you're going for like a chase truck-style build, this is definitely the route I would go with. But again, you do have the option to go a little bit more of like an overland-style route if that's more of the vibe of your build. So, we'll do that. Then, you also have the option to throw a front weight on it should you be towing a lot of weight with it. And in terms of, let's see, where's that light bar? Oh boy, hold on. It says LED light bar, but I'm not, oh, I see it right up top. It just blended in so well that I was like, oh, I'm just not used to seeing that there. Now, here's one of the most interesting parts about this entire build. You have F250 badges, and you also have F450 badges. So essentially, if you wanted to build like a heavy-duty work truck, lifted dually, obviously you could throw the F450 badge on there. If you wanted it to be a 250, you could throw the 250 badge on there. The amount of customization is so incredibly, like, the list is so long, you could barely even make it through this entire list, like, in one go. It's absolutely next level. Now, some of these bumpers have different pieces to them. Like, for example, let's see. So we have a couple of different custom front bumpers up here. We also have a wide stock front bumper, more in a little bit on why that's important. Now, you have the Fab Fours Grumper right here, or Grumper bumper, and you actually have another piece that doesn't fit with that. Okay, it fits with something else, but that one is actually meant to go with, I bet you, the Grumper grill. So let's find, let's see. Yep, there it is, Fab Fours Grumper grill. Now, what's interesting, though, is that he split that into two different pieces, and you rarely ever see people do that. That's such an interesting thing to do. Now, let's go with a different bumper. I like this body armor front bumper. That's something that you don't really see at all in SnowRunner. That's a completely new vibe. Now, taillights wise, you have the stock ones right here, you have a set of the newer ones, and then you have a smoked set of the newer ones. I'm gonna go with the smoked ones, and then we'll do, let's see, we'll do white rock lights, And rear bumper wise, you have a big list of custom rear bumpers, actually a really big list. I'm going to do this one because I like how it's got the tow hooks on the back. Front bumper, you have that LED bumper right there that you could use, but again, we've already got the body armor bumper on there, and it looks, obviously, I know it looks awkward with the bumper, with this bumper on, and then another bumper on top of it, but if you wanted to see how it looked normally, you would just remove this bumper, and then scroll down to the other category and put that bumper on, and you would be fine. Grill options wise, you've got the stock grill, custom grill new, you've got the Fab Fours, the Fab Fours Grumper grill, and then a stock grill that's blacked out. So I actually prefer the blacked out look over the chrome look, but that's completely up to y'all. Now let's see, you have two different styles of headlights. This is where it gets like super in-depth and like wacky, crazy level of customization. So you have LED headlights blue, green, and then new headlights in white, or, you know, smoked new headlights in white. Let's see, LED headlights purple, pink, red, white. There's so much going on. We're going to do the new headlights white. You can do a Fab Fours Vicowl if you'd like, and then front fenders or front wide body fenders for a real like kind of chase truck look. Now, you also have the options of a Super Duty tailgate as well as a Platinum tailgate. So depending on what you want to do, I'm going to throw the Platinum tailgate on there because I think it would look pretty sick. Then rear fenders wise, you've got the standard bed sides. Then you also have dually bed sides and wide fendered bed sides. Now you have the axle dump clean, and then the standard axle dump single diamond stack. You have a single stack. You have, let's see, it's kind of square diamond stacks, and then regular stacks. I'm going to do the axle dump with actual, you know, like exhaust smoke. And then bed add-on wise, you have a bed cap in case you want to run that kind of style of truck, or a roll bar, which obviously isn't going to fit with the chase rack, but if you want to run it, it is there. You would just have to remove the chase rack first. Now, I think it looks really good in this kind of dark battleship gray. But in like a full-on like polished black, that looks amazing on it as well. I really dig the orange. I don't know why, but I really dig the orange. Love it in red. I actually really like it in tan as well. Tan gives it a real like desert truck kind of vibe, and I think that's definitely one of the ways that I love to look at this truck. Now, in terms of the color I want to run, I'm super conflicted. I like the blue a lot, and I think the blue is going to be the way to go. Now, let's fire it up, and let's take it to some trails, have some fun with it, maybe do a little bit of a timed challenge in it. It's definitely quick with that mid-range engine. Let's see how it does off of a proper jump with this chase truck suspension. This is kind of going to be a jump on and jump off again. Dude, super composed. Look at that suspension tuning. That's amazing. Dude, that is so good. I kind of want to run the Baja loop in it. I feel like this thing would be awesome on the Baja loop. So let's see. Current best time, 3:22. Do I think I can beat that? I don't know. We'll find out in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. This power level is definitely manageable in high, so you can kind of like roll into the throttle and give it a little bit more of a whoa. You gotta be careful of it though, because if you roll on with too much throttle, you're gonna find yourself in the bushes real fast. All right, stay focused here. Power down. No rollovers, please. Okay, yep. You know, I'd rather have to like stop and start back over again than have to like, you know, recover it from a rollover. I'm trying to avoid as many rollover incidents as I can on this run, because not only would that massively hurt our time, but I really just don't want to roll this thing over. I like it. I don't want to roll it. Come on. Ooh, that was sketch. It was close, but man, the handling with this chase truck suspension is so next level. Like, oh my God. The way it soaks everything up on this Baja loop, and not only does it soak everything up really well, but like what I really like about the Baja loop and the way this truck handles it is the fact that you're not just doing long sweeping corners like you would on the wide racetrack, but you've got some tight turns as well. And you know, just because it's a tighter turn doesn't mean this thing can't handle it. It handles it really well. Find your way through there. And the coolest thing about this is the fact that this thing, you know, you could do a couple of runs on like the Baja loop, and then you could go trail riding and it would be just as at home as it was right here. And then you could also take it take it on a towing mission after switching out some parts and then be solid there as well. Come on, turn. Thank you. Having the all-wheel drive on certainly helps. I didn't think I had it on, and then I realized I had it on, and then by the time I had shut it off and then turned it back on again, it was too late. All right, I think this is a pretty big drop-off. Yep, it is. Wow, not a single bit of damage. That's incredible. That is absolutely insane. The fact that we did that with 0 damage whatsoever. I'm trying to stay on this trail as much as I can on the Baja circuit. All right, come on, pull yourself back together. Whoa, that's a sketchy drop-off. Trying not to get too caught up with that. Oh, dude, come on. Make a run for it. No flip. There we go. This suspension is also so insanely predictable. Like, I mean, it is... Oh, come on. Thank you. Sketchy shortcut route. Oh, walking it on the front axle. Jeez, that was sketchy. But no, like, it's so insanely predictable. I mean, look at the suspension behavior from the side, especially over a small, like, jump like this. God, look at that. Oh, do you have enough torque? There we go. Yeah, you do. It slowed down a good bit, but I was able to pretty much keep it in the gear I wanted it to be in. Oh, I feel like we're on, not necessarily any kind of, like, perfect lap by any means, but I feel like we might actually beat our time. It certainly feels like it, and if we don't beat our time, then, you know, that means it just feels fast. But hey, it is very quick. Keep in mind, once again, this is not the top engine, this is the mid-spec engine. No! No, 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 no. All right, let's see. 316! Bro, this thing showed up and just absolutely monstered that. That's pretty sick. Like, the fact that it showed up and just monstered that so well is, yeah, I mean, you're talking about a properly next level truck right here. Now, I know that we only showed a small amount in the grand scheme of the customization, but rest assured, I have a lot of plans for where we can take this truck in the future. And also, as YeahBuddy updates it in the future, you will see this truck again on the channel. And even if there hasn't been a recent update to it, I definitely have a lot of other ideas in mind for things that I really would like to do with this truck. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.